now. All right, let me jump. I'm always bouncing on this camera. All right. Okay. Florina, just Flo. Flo. Okay, what's up, everybody? This is Just Start. I got my pal here, my buddy, the mentor, Flo, right here. Yeah, so let's get into it right quick. Okay, so Flo. First of all, what's your name? How did you start?
My name is Florina, but I go by Flo, and it depends on what you mean by start, like which. I've started a lot of things.
Okay, let's talk about.
You're not in the shot.
Oh, I'm at it all?
Yeah, at all. It's just your shoulder like this.
Okay, that's fine then. That's fine.
Will you just slide it
You
a
want me to
tad,
slide it
just
a
a
little
tad,
Yeah, let me see.
right there?
Yeah.
What about, is she in there now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Still in
oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So let's talk about some of the things that you started, and then how did you start those things, and I'll go from there.
Well, I started the DFW Girl Plug, and I started that because I was just kind of tired of all the beauty groups. Not that I was tired of them, but I was just tired of always talking about beauty. And I just honestly feel like women are more than just beauty, and at times we need plugs on mechanics, and we need plugs on all types of other things that are not lipstick and highlights.
Okay, and what are the other things that you started?
The salon,
Okay.
the
And what's
Forever
the name?
Haus.
Oh, and this is where we're currently at right now, the
Yeah.
Forever House.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, why did you start both the DFW Girl Club, which you just said, and the salon?
Okay, well, the salon I started because I had worked in a salon, and that was okay, but it wasn't my vibe salon. And so then I went to a suite, and when I went to a suite, I was like kind of sad because I was kind of lonely. And so I was like, man, I love being around women, and I want to do something that's still my vibe. So I started looking around, and I found a salon in Webb Chapel, and I called, and they were like, "Oh no, we're not allowed to have a salon in that parking lot because we've already got one." So I was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "But you know what? I got a barber shop off Forest. Go look at it." So I went and looked at it, and I'm so glad that this happened because at that point I had not thought about how much electricity goes into a salon and how many ports you have to have for that, and also plumbing. Like a salon alone, just the bare minimum, the walls and stuff, is a lot of money before you even start putting in chairs and shampoo bowls and stuff like that. So I went and looked at this barber shop, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I am gonna need some shampoo bowls.
Yeah.
And then the whole wall was set up with a bunch of electrical ports and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this could be it. But when I walked in there, it looked horrible. It was so nasty. Like you could go like this on the wall, and there would be like sticky dirt on your hands.
Like that?
There was like these little monkeys painted on the wall and stuff like that. Like it smelled bad as hell. Like you could tell just nobody cleaned it and stuff like that. And they had only been out of business a month. So how the
Really?
hell y'all got that much dirt
That
in
was
there?
all
So my homegirl Alejandra was with me, and she was like, "No, friend." And I was like, "Nah, I think it has potential, like with paint, with this and that." She was like, "I don't know." She just basically believed in me and was like, "All right, you do it, girl." And then I guess then I called my mom, and I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm thinking about opening a salon," and she was like, "Don't do it." She was like,
Interesting.
stylists are irresponsible, like you're gonna have so much stress and this and that. And then I was like, well, Ma, if you think about it, like if everything goes to shit and I fail and I don't pay rent and I get kicked out, like that's the worst that's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up back in a suite where I'm already at. And so then I said, it's not like somebody's gonna come beat my ass, you know. So my mom was like, when I put it to her like that, she was like, fine, I'll buy the chairs. So at that point, I had already stacked up my money for my income tax. Save your income tax, ladies. No, for real, because everybody be wanting to go do all this shit with it. It's like, girl, invest it so you make money all year long.
Yeah.
So I took my income tax, and I already had a bunch of bread stacked back. Probably like I would say like a cool 7,000 to 8,000. So 8,000 plus my income tax, which was probably like around 8. So that's like 16. Then my mom got the chairs, and then I put the mirrors. I set it up on a payment plan, and I ordered my shampoo bowls from Amazon. Like I was just. The space was so beautiful already, it didn't need much. So, like, when you go into these spaces, if you're looking to open up a salon, just look for good bones, look for good walls, look for good electrical ports and plumbing. Everything else, the paint and stuff, like, you could either pay someone to do it or you could DIY that. I'm like,
Man, you like, okay, they just dropped gems. So, okay, you said something quite interesting there. You said you pretty much dove kind of straight in.
yes.
So that takes a lot of trust. So how did you learn how to trust yourself, and how did you know that you know, trust yourself?
I don't know, because, like, I just always believed in myself. I'm like, I'm going to make it work. And I think that that's why I made it so far, is a lot of these girls are like, I'm going to try. And it's like, girl, you can't say you're going to try. You got to say, I'm going to do it. Because if you try, that's giving yourself space to be able to fail. And be able to be like, well, you know, this isn't working out, so I'm going to just go back to working at Costco like I used to. And I was like, hell no, I'm never going to Costco, even though I love Costco. Like, I'm going to go there, but I'm not going to work there. And I just knew, like, this is do or die time. I'm not going to work for anybody else. I used to wake up in the morning and, like, hate getting ready to go to work. Like, I was like, fuck, I gotta go deal with these bitches. And like now, like I be thinking about it every day when I get ready to come here, and I'm like, damn, I'm about to go see Brooke, I'm about to go see V, Angie, like it's about to be a vibe up there. And we be eating whatever we want, watching TV, laughing, talking about everything under the sun. Our clients be like putting us on game about how to buy houses and stuff like that. Like being a stylist, you meet all types of people, and like they will put you on game and they will help you.
Really? Dang, girl, hold on, I might become a stylist. Wait a second. Now, for real. So, okay, that's interesting. So, going based on what you just said, how do you keep the vibe, a positive vibe in your salon or in the salon?
Hella picky with who I hire. There's been like a few times that I've hired some girls who I was like, and honestly, they've just how do you say it? Weeded themselves out.
Yeah.
But pretty much whenever I have somebody come in for an interview, I've already seen their work, so I already like that. Even if they need work on their Instagram, like cleaning up their photos, pretty much if you're coming in, I like you, but I'm trying to peep your vibe. And
Through social media?
What do you mean?
Like you peeping the vibe through social media first?
No, like when they come in, I'm peeping their vibe right now. Like when I'm talking to you and asking you questions, I'm seeing how you interact with me. If you're spicy, if you low key got some weird stuff going on, because there's been, man, you will be surprised. A lot of people in the beauty industry, they're like, they got this weird mentality of I'm the baddest bitch, and you know everybody else is below me, and da 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 da, and can't nobody fuck with me and stuff. And it'd be like, why you live your life like that? Like, we could be just so positive together, living a good life. Like, we can all be bad bitches together. And when I say bad bitches, I don't mean, like, just visually. Like, every bitch in my salon, maybe I shouldn't say bitch. Look, every bitch in my salon is a bad bitch from the inside out. They got shit going on the inside. They will come help me in a heartbeat, and I will go help them in a heartbeat. If I called Angie one day and I was like, Angie, my car done stalled out, come get me, she gonna be like, hold on, let me get Allison, and then I'll be over there. You know, like, everybody here is gonna make something happen. Here, it's more about being a family versus just me making money.
Interesting. So now, going based off the bad B.
Yeah.
What is a bad B? What define that for me?
Someone with a great soul and heart, more than anything. Because everything else, like, I mean, like, certain people think a girl with a big booty and big boobs and this and that is like a bad B. But like, man, there's some thin girls out here who have very athletic, muscular bodies, but also have, like, you know, a good soul, like, and they're bad bitches all around. It's hard. It's very hard to define that. To me, it's more about the soul.
The soul? Okay, perfect. I'm getting all these questions because, man, I got questions from your teammates. So I'm trying to make sure I'm answering these questions too, or asking these questions too. All right. Thank you for that, by the way. I was like, dang, girl, I didn't even know what that was. So let me ask you this real quick. So do you have any advice about starting in the beauty community or industry?
I'm gonna keep it real and just go through a couple things real quick. First thing is, if you're going to a school, go to the cheapest school. These schools don't teach you everything that you need to know. I know everybody looking at me like I'm talking wild, but it's true. These schools are not teaching you what you need to know. They didn't teach me basic shit that I should have known. I only learned that whenever I got out of school and I went to the mod lab in Oak Cliff. That's when I first learned what actually to tone with. Whenever I was in school, they were trying to teach me to tone everything with fucking purple, and that's just not gonna work.
Really?
They were not teaching me how to lighten correctly. They did not teach me any balayage techniques, and they said that that was actually furthering education. And it's like, that's something that every girl is asking for right now. Why would you guys short us by not teaching us that? It's like them asking us to do a damn haircut and not teaching us how to actually do layers. Like, yeah, I could cut the bottom, but what about the layers?
And I forgot to ask you. So in the salon, what do you specifically do as far as your service? Like,
Color.
so you the color queen?
No, Alice the color queen.
Color,
That's her Instagram name. Don't say that.
I didn't mean it like that.
Queen Movement Stilos is here. I'm the DFW girl plug. I don't want her to be like.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta excuse myself. Yeah, she gonna come get me. So, going back to the DFW girl plug, how big is that community?
It depends on which page you look at. The first
So you got how many pages you got?
It's because we done
There's 4 pages?
Well, we've been shut down a few times, but the first one that's still up and still running and can't nobody take that one down is at like 30-something K.
That's crazy.
And then the second one that's also been running a long time is 20-something K.
That was 20-something K? So you got like 50-something K pretty
But
much.
some of them are like the same persons on both of them. Some are just like one's like a backup page.
If something go down.
The first one's been the OG for a long
real?
time. Yeah, the first one's been up there for a minute.
And how long has it like how long have you had those pages running?
Since before the salon, so over 3 years.
And then the salon's been open for how long?
Like 3 years.
3?
So it's DFW Girl Plug's almost at 4 years, and then the salon's at 3.5 years.
So you can say literally you kind of started during COVID?
Bro, yes.
So
And I say that because COVID was hard as fuck for me. Like, what ended up happening was we were running, like, we got open, we was doing good, we was popping, blah, blah, blah. And then COVID hit, and nobody could work. And I felt like at the time, the best thing I could do is just tell everybody, don't worry about paying rent. So I told everybody at the salon, don't worry about paying rent, you know, and next thing you know, like now we're in this a month and I'm like, damn, I need rent money. But I kept it strong and stuff like that. But then when we came back, I had to back pay all that time. And I had not been open long enough to be getting an SBA. And because everything was booth rent, I didn't have employees. So I had to just pay the shit out of pocket and keep it going, which was really, really hard.
oh shoot. So how long were you doing that for? How long did that period of time last?
What, the COVID time or like the paying it back? I felt like I was paying it back for a damn year, I swear.
Like the part where you was pretty much helping everyone out with no rent and stuff like that. How long were you doing that for?
I don't know. How long was COVID? How long were we shut down before the salons opened up?
Yeah, it was a minute.
It was like maybe 6 months,
9 months?
I would say like probably a good 5.
That's still a long time though.
It was rough.
Whoa.
It was rough.
So, and how did you overcome that? Like, how come you just didn't close the doors?
Because that goes back to the whole I'm going to try to make it versus I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to figure it out. Whatever I got to do. Like, if I got to go max out a credit card to go pay this rent, like, what's really going to happen? Like, if you max out a credit card, which I'm not telling y'all to because my credit is on fire now. But, like, if you max out a credit card to keep a salon open that eventually is going to pay off for you, don't that make more sense than giving up?
That's interesting. So, what's your piece of advice for someone that's maybe like on the edge of giving up? Maybe they're pursuing whatever it is they're pursuing, but it's like, man, this ain't working for me. They've been at it for 3-7 years. How do you know when it's time to, I guess, move on or not?
I don't know. I just don't believe in moving on. I believe in sticking it out till you make it. So, like, for me, if something's wrong with your business, if you're not getting returning clients, if you're not getting where you need to go, the money you need to make, step back and think about the basics. Let's say you're a lash tech, right? And you're not getting return clients. Why would you not be getting return clients if you're good? Are you aesthetically, do your lashes look like other people's? Or do they look kind of messy and junky? Are people's lashes staying on till they come back? Or are they coming back like bald eagles? Just is your place clean? And does it have a vibe? Is it modern? Because people are looking for places that are visually pretty also when you come in. If your room, you come in and it's kind of janky, don't nobody want to be in no janky space to get a beauty service. And that's something that I had to learn because the salon has grown over time and become prettier and prettier. But it did start from the basics, like from basics.
What you mean?
White walls.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this place used to be all white walls for a long time.
Oh yeah, let me move out the way. Y'all see how it look now? Like it's crazy. It's crazy right now. So let me go into this a little bit more. You were talking about visually, aesthetically pleasing. So what would you say to some people that's maybe starting at their house, their home, or something like that? Do you think they should just hurry up and go get a salon room, or should they just?
Can we pause for a
Oh,
second?
you go. Bounce. Is that recording again? It is. Okay.
What was
We're
the
back
last one?
again. Okay, so that last question I was asking was home versus a salon. So someone that's just starting, you're talking about
that's a great
visual
question.
aesthetics. Yeah. So someone, you know the question. Well, how was the question asked? It was like you were talking about visual aesthetics before.
Yes.
So with that being an important factor, do you think it's important for people? Can people start at their home, or would you prefer that they go to a salon? Which is better? There we go.
It depends on what kind of salon. If the salon is like a salon that's going to get you business, then I would probably start there. But if you're wanting to kind of practice, get your feet up, and then still remain on your own, then I would say it's okay to work from home. That's a big deal in the beauty industry. A lot of salons or salon owners are going to be like, no, working from home is like the worst thing ever. But it's really not, because I know a lot of girls who actually worked here started at home and then came out to, a salon because they wanted that final professional look. And honestly, like, I think the best thing about being in a salon is the fact that the cross promotion. We have a couple clients. Fabi shops with me, shops with V, shops with Angie. Like, literally all of our clients will shop with anybody here because they know, like, let's say Wendy, if they come to Wendy, get her nails done, they know that she's going to recommend quality people, and anybody who's here is quality. So it kind of gives you that final seal. But if you have to start from home, if you got to get up and running somehow, do it. And I know, like, a lot of people are going to hate on this next thing that I'm going to talk about, but because I am part of, like, I'm the owner of DFW Girl Plug, like, I want to just, like, clear something up. A lot of times people are like, you need to have your license before you work on people and stuff like that. Ooh, they gonna come for me on this part.
Ooh, that's crazy.
I have a different perspective, and it's okay to disagree, but I didn't know that I liked hair color before I invited one of my homegirls over and did her hair. Once I did that, I was like, oh, I like this. Let me try a little bit more. And then after I tried a couple more heads, I was like, let me start looking into school because I like this. I don't think it's really a smart move to get into lashes if you've never lashed. Lashing is hard as fuck. You have to, just staring at a little piece of hair for that long like this, like, bro, you have to be the right person for that. So I actually think maybe you shouldn't charge, but I think you should take a class. Damn, they're going to get me for this. Look. They're going to get me for this, but I think you should take a class and see if you actually like it. And then now you take a class and you're like, okay, I like this. Go to school for it. When you go to school, you've already taken class, so you already know an actual style and technique. And the school can just help you tighten up on cleanliness, just repetitiveness, just making sure you're cleaning up, throwing away as you work and stuff like that. But I don't think it's the worst thing to try something before you go to school for it.
Interesting. So you're saying before you get into anything in the beauty industry, take a class first.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I don't think it's the worst thing,
Okay, and that makes sense because you want to see if you like it before you commit a lot of time.
Bro, so many girls have, like, gone to cosmetology school for hair and don't even like hair. they're like, this is too much work. I'm gonna go do makeup. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like all this different stuff. So like, you need to know what you like
before putting that time in.
Yeah.
Oh, you put. Oh, okay. Okay. So going back to this other question real quick. So when is a great time to go from your home to a salon? How do you know it's time to make that next leap?
I think once you got your feet wet, you kind of know you like this. You've perfected your craft pretty much. You've never completely perfected your craft, but you pretty much you're going. You know if you provide services, people are gonna be happy with them. Go to a salon. Go to the salon. Get extra clients. You know, get other people in that salon's perspective on you and your business and your how you work.
So let me ask you this right here. Let's talk about pricing real quick. Compared to, I guess, when you're starting, compared to the flow now, how do you know what to charge?
Well, that's interesting because
As a beginner and then now. There we go.
in the beginning, I was just trying to get clients because I wanted to prove myself. I needed content. I needed photos to promote with. So I started with doing $150 any length balayages. I'm talking
Starting
about.
off?
Yes.
What? Okay.
No, that's cheap, boo.
Like, how do you know? How do you know
cheap
that was
that I wasn't making nothing. I was wasting all my money on bleach and rent.
really?
Dead ass.
What?
Okay. Yeah, like any length. I'm talking about girls were coming to me with hair down to their asses for $150. I would do their whole damn head. I got content photos from that, and then I would start using that to promote. My prices actually went up, and right now they've gone down a little bit lower because right now women don't have a lot of money for their hair. So like before, where pretty much I was charging around $3 something a head, right now I'm charging $2 something a head because in my opinion, we're in the recession right now, and if you're gonna make it, you have to acclimate to what's going on. Right now, have you noticed that in your business too?
Well, you know, I don't be really like messing with my stuff out here. I'm the student right now, man. You the professor. But no, as far as me, I know people that's actually charging a premium. Like I even know this dude, he's charging $500 to $1,000 for a haircut. He killing it. And that's even during this recession. That's what's going on right now. But I was like, dang.
I'll tell you, I've had about 6 business owners, girls who own their own suites, in the last month who have told me that they are going through it. And they've been, one of them is in Mesquite, one of them is in Little Elm, one of them is in Irving, one of them is thinking about opening up a spot in downtown. And they've all said that business is slow right now. So maybe it's not for your world, but maybe it's the beauty world. I don't know. Maybe it's just my circle.
I ain't gonna say too much. I'm a because then too.
Speak on it.
No, I'm a student. I can't go too because then I'm a student right now, and that's why I'm actually about to go into this question where I think you'll be able to really help people out right now, and that is, actually, yeah. How do you get clients to trust you? And I guess via social media. They don't know you. You're posting on there because you said like pretty much when you first started you were doing bleaching, you get the content, you post on there. So someone that's new to flow, new to your salon, new to a lot of things that you do, how are you getting people to trust you if you're not like there, right? Like how we are. How are you getting people to do that on social media?
Wait, if you're me or if you're somebody else? Like how do my people trust me?
Yeah, let's talk about you first.
I don't know. You can't really take me. You can't really do me because like people don't see me everywhere. People see my expos. People like it's different from somebody else who's been in the game, but they're not so in your face on social media. I'm really in your face. Like I go live. Like that's one thing that I think people are not doing enough is going live. When people see you, they're like, okay, this person is actually the person on this photo because there's so many scammers now. That's the first step, proving you're not a scammer. So like going live, being educational, letting people know that you know what you're doing. So whatever you do, education is key. Everybody wants to feel like they're going to the smartest, best, talented person. So you need to sell yourself always as an educated professional.
And so you said by going live, you're also putting yourself in an expert light.
Yeah.
And that way, when people know that you're the expert or feel as though you're the expert, then they're able to trust you more, and then they might want to spend their time and or money with you that
Yeah.
way. Oh, okay, girl. I was like, oh, they gotta make this simple for
Look,
myself.
the second you're getting a service and someone is uneducated about something, you kind of start thinking, damn, where am I at? Mm-hmm. What am I doing? Is this person going to do this
Do
right?
I want to spend this money?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So, okay, thank you for that. So now let's go into the horror stories with clients. Let's go into them horror stories.
Yeah.
So, do you have a horror story or like a bad review, and how did you overcome that?
Horror story. I just got into my own suite. I thought I could take on anything. I thought when people were like, don't mess with black box, I thought they was just saying that. I was going to make my money, boo. And so this girl had black box dye, and I was like, well, I seen on YouTube this person did it, and they just said to do this, this, and this. So I get this girl with long hair in my suite, and I'm sitting there foiling my ass off. Oh, my God, it's taking forever. I'm moving up the head. I get to the front piece, and I start, like, hearing, like, bacon frying, sizzling. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And like, just when I turned my head like this, I realized it's coming from her head. So I look in the back, and all the foils have expanded. They're like little puff balls when they're supposed to be flat. Well, I go to open it, and I burn my hand. So then next thing you know, I smack it off so I can see what's going on, and a little poof, little dust of smoke comes out from the foil as it smacks off on the floor. And it's the foils. So I'm like, go to the shampoo bowl. So I get the lady in the shampoo bowl. I'm shampooing like super hard, trying to get off everything. And come to find out, something that I was uneducated about is that certain black box dye has metallic in it. And when mixed with the bleach, it has a really bad chemical reaction and can fry your hair off. Thank God her hair was, except for that bottom layer was gone. But pretty much the top back part was good. So we just worked with that, and I learned to be smart when I move with different things. When people say that things are difficult, it's for a reason. Do your homework. And so since that day, I don't mess with ion black box dye from Sally's.
She said, not the exact equation.
And you can ask pretty much any stylist, and they'll tell you the same thing.
So how'd you overcome that experience after that with that client?
I explained to her, and I think transparency is just like the number one thing. People who are not transparent, when you're not transparent with somebody, they start to feel like you're hiding something from them, and then it makes them distrustful of you. If you just come out and say, like, straight up, hey, your hair had bad chemical reaction with the bleach. I'm so sorry about that. You know what? I'm not going to charge you for this or whatever. A lot of times we're so hard up to make money that we make the wrong decisions when it comes to business. And sometimes you have to suck that shit up and be like, you know what? I'm not finna charge somebody who I just fried off the back layer of their damn head.
That's interesting. Wow. And was that? Cause no, I was crying. I was about to cry. that was funny. Cause man, I think that's like the worst they can. Really, that's the worst they can really get when it comes to somebody's hair.
The worst could be is a chemical burn to your scalp that hair will never grow out of.
That's still crazy, man. That's a powerful story that you said, and the fact that you have all of this going on.
She kept being my client for like years.
For real? Really? So like the next time that she came, she paid?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I mean, she came back to me like 6-7 times after that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think right now she's just brunette, so she hasn't been coming, but I'm sure when she wants to go blonde again, she will.
That is actually insane. And you say, even though after the experience, it's really because of like your vibe and your customer service that brought her back, even though that situation
being transparent,
happened?
being good about it, having good customer service. Like, if I would have charged her that day, she would have probably never came back because she's probably like, damn, like, this lady don't even care. But because I was so honest and so sweet about it, she was really sweet about it. And maybe I just got lucky, though. Because I know some other people would have reacted,
Yeah,
wow.
I was like, what is what? No, that's some crazy game you just dropped right there. Dang. Okay, so now I'm trying to make sure I'm touching on the DFW Girl plug.
Oh, yeah.
And your salon, because you a big hitter. Let's go into the DFW Girl plug and salon question. So how do you manage both? And you also are a family mom.
Yeah.
Your
A family mom.
A family mom. I don't got
I'm
no
a mom.
kids. She's a mom. So, okay, how do you manage your business as far as with the Salon DFW Girl Plug and being a mom? How are you doing that?
Horribly. Boy, every other week I'm too much into one or the other. So like last week I was home too much and not at the salon. This week I've been at the salon so much, and then one night we stayed here with the kids till like 11 o'clock at night, so I feel horrible about that. And then this weekend I'm actually going on a trip, but I really don't feel like I should go on the trip because I feel like I should have spent more time with my kids this week. So now I'm going to have to balance it out, and next week spend more time with my kids, and then maybe the salon is not going to get enough attention, so then I got to get back to the salon. It's just a never-ending circle, and then at the meantime, I'm getting 100 messages from my moderators who are like, this is happening, and this is happening, and this girl scammed, and this girl's fighting about this, and this person's trying to sell pit bull puppies again. Like, I'll just be like, damn.
So what would your advice be for someone that's in this same circumstance? Mom, work.
Take it one step at a time. Continue to move forward. Do not stay stagnant. There's times that I stayed stagnant because I was so overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. So I just had to kind of just think about what do I really want and how can I make. The thing is I'm always trying to make things better. So like every day, every year since the salon has opened, it has gotten better and better and better. Uh-huh. And so like right now I'm still doing things that maybe I should have did years ago. So I'm just trying to just keep moving forward and take it one day at a time. That sounds like such a generic answer, but
yeah,
that's how I'm surviving.
Because I'm about to go a little bit, dive a little bit deeper into that.
Damn.
So, man, my fault, I have to ask you, but I have to. All right, do you experience anxiety or depression? And how do you get over that if you do?
I don't experience, you know what, maybe I'm just out of it though. People call depression certain things. I don't think that's depression. I think you be going through shit.
Yeah.
You know, everybody want to be depressed and bipolar or whatever. And sometimes shit just done went south and you sad, you know, and that's okay. Like, you know, when, like last week I didn't come up here like at all because my homegirl had passed away. And so like, you know, I wasn't up here. That's normal. There's been times where I was going through things in my relationship and I was up here less. That's just me going through things. I don't think I'm depressed. Anxiety, yes, but I think anxiety was from since I was little because I went through a lot of abuse. So like I get anxiety if you come in the house yelling. Like if you come in the house, slam the door, I'm like, what the fuck? You know, my anxiety's up. It's just because of having an abusive parent growing up. Like I just be on edge sometimes with small things. Even you could just look at me sometimes like, and I'll be like, why they look at me like that? You know, trauma, bro, trauma.
Now it's crazy because you really do have an open mindset when it comes to your business, talking about things and the DFW Girl Plug group that you have. So how did you manage, especially going through a childhood like that? How did you manage to have an open mindset and keep that open mindset, especially in a positive perspective?
I don't know. I've just always been such a positive person. There's got to be better. There's got to be ways to get there. I never, like, in my life, I never thought, like, I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm going to always make it. It's always going to happen. Like, God is always going to provide for me. God's always going to give me a way to provide for myself. And you just got to look for it. And it's funny because when I get around people who don't have that vibe, I immediately kind of don't want to be around them because it's like, bro, you just dragging shit down. Like, we're in America, low key. What's the worst that could happen? Like, we're really blessed just to even be here. Like, we don't have to, if we're hungry, we could go to a food pantry. There's places where you can't do that, where if you're hungry, you're going to starve. So, like, I guess to me, it's always like, what's the worst that could really happen out here?
Interesting. That's really interesting.
If you homeless, man, people gonna hate me for this. There's so many jobs out here in Dallas. You could go to any McDonald's and probably get hired on. You might not make enough to get a home, but if you're hungry, you could always make $1. You could build from that. You could start at McDonald's, then, you know, put in your time, then move up to another job and another job and another job. As most people, I know that there's other people going through like mental stuff or whatever, but most people can make it.
Right. And it's It's really just like you said maybe earlier, just believing in yourself, having that don't give up attitude.
I'm gonna make it.
And you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
make it.
Always.
So that's me assuming you don't have a plan B.
Nah.
A separate. Okay.
There's only one plan.
And that's
That's
what's
to
the
make
plan?
it. Because if you don't make it, I'm gonna make it anyways.
Right.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Girl, you going through these questions really good. Okay, we're gonna go back to the DFW girl group real quick. I gotta go because people want answers. I gotta make sure I'm asking the questions. So, what were your intentions behind starting the DFW girl group?
To hook women up with plugs. So a plug could be anything from, not drugs for sure, because we've had people do some weird stuff, asking for some weird stuff on there, and we've had to remove it. But plugs, as in maybe someone could be a plug and just be a plug because they offer something that's a good service. You know, custom tennis shoes. There's this girl named Mandy Marie who can come unlock your car for you for like $60 wherever you at. Yeah, in a minute.
Oh wow!
She pulls up with her camera and everything. She got a gun too, so she's strapped. So don't try to get her. But anyways, like just such unique businesses or just regular businesses, like a good hairstylist. I need to plug on a good hairstylist. It doesn't always mean like a super discounted price, but to me, a plug can be like somebody with quality service too. Or sometimes it's people with a player ass price on stuff.
I actually didn't know that.
What?
Like that reason. I didn't know that, like that's why it was called DFW Girl Plug. I thought it was just a name, like the name, but I didn't know.
Oh no, it's like a hookup on something. Like, hey, you know, you got a plug on jewelry, you know, and then someone might comment, or, hey, I'm going through a domestic violence situation. Where can I go to get help? That's a plug.
That's really good. And how can people find and can anyone join this group? How do they?
Men, we're real hard about men because we do allow men in if they're a plug for women. So like if you're a maintenance man or if you're a mechanic or something. Because unfortunately, there's not a lot of women mechanics that we've come across now. I know they're out there. But we haven't. So we do allow some men in. But if any of the men speak on any women's issues, we will pull them out. But the men, honestly, the men are the chill ones. The men mind their business and just comment on the post that they need to advertise on, and that's it. But the group is private, so you can only get in if you're invited in.
Oh, so you just can't join?
No, it's not no free for all. We've been there. That's scammers. That's how we get scammers in there.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay, that makes sense. Now, is there anything that you want to address as far as when it comes to like the DFW Girl Plug before I hop off of that?
I think like a lot of you guys think that like, not a lot of you guys, but it's come up at times that people think like, oh, there's favoritism and stuff, and there's not. Like, sometimes I just ride hard for people who I've never even met or spoken to, but I'm like, damn, that's a cool idea. Like, I don't even think I've ever met Mandy Marie. No, I think I have. I think I met her like once or twice, but there's no connection there, but I'll still promote hard as hell for her because, hey, I think what she does is cool, and she's been sweet and stuff like that. There's a lot of people I promote for who I like their vibe, and I want to see small businesses make it really. That's really what it is. And so I don't know. I guess that's it.
No, that's good. No, that was good.
I love everybody, and like if there's ever been like something that's been like that you feel like if I like did something purposefully to your post or something, you gotta understand I got 9 moderators and they're cleaning stuff out. So like honestly, half the time I'm not on there. They have to bring things to my attention. I'm like, what? This is going on? They're like, yeah, da 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 da. So nothing's personal. We're just trying to keep the group in a good place and clean it up some and make it more focused on businesses. Go ahead.
And yeah, that's a really thing. She said, "Go, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am." Okay, we're gonna come back to the business, your brick and mortar. So, what are? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to go there.
I'm so ghetto. I didn't know what brick and mortar was till like 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, me too. I just started using it because it sounded cool.
They're like, your brick and mortar. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Now you honest though. So let me ask you this question right here. Recording now. Hello, hello. Okay, cool. We're gonna skip that last question.
And then,
So, okay, cool. 3 tips, tricks, game.
Damn.
Drop some gems.
3 tips, tricks. Okay.
Or some game.
networking is the number one most important thing. More than anything, you need to meet people in real life. So go to pop-ups, go to all types of things and meet people. A lot of people are 100% like social media, social media, social media, but once you meet somebody, they'll have kind of like a tie with you and support you on social media. So a lot of times I've seen so many girls crying on the group because, oh my God, my posts don't get love, this and that. It's because you haven't networked. You haven't even shown love to other businesses in the group. If you show love to Sarah over here and you comment on her post, Sarah's going to comment back on your post and message you and stuff like that, and y'all build kind of like a relationship. And there you go. You start to move up. Anybody who likes your photos on a group, add them so then in the future it says Flo posted on DFW Girl Plug, and then in your notifications, and then you click on it and you see what Flo posted. Next, I would say be different than everybody else. Offer something extra, offer something different. Number 3, know when to adjust. Know when something's not hitting, that you need to move from that and maybe make it better or move away from it. You know, there was times in my life that I was not so great at cuts, and I was like, and I just kept doing cuts, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, damn, like I could really step my cutting game up. And once I did that, my hairstyles just started to look so much better. And for a while there, I was so focused on color, like I kind of just let my cutting game go down. But once I got everything up together, just, man, hair's been so much easier to sell.
That's it right there. Okay, now we're about to wrap it up after this. So these are like little quick questions, like number questions. So right when you started, how long did it take for you to start profiting with the salon?
A year.
So 1 year.
Maybe like a year and a half because of COVID. But realistically, don't expect to actually make money from your business for the first year.
Okay, so the first year?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then kind of your voice.
You're just
and
trying to
everything.
stay afloat.
Stay afloat. You feel me? But yours ain't a lot of, like, that 1 year. You was putting in a lot of stuff in order to get past that. Because you said, what, 5-6 months, no rent. And then, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
It was rough.
That's really crazy.
It was really rough.
Okay, let's. Oh,
You're good, go
you
ahead.
come over here. She said, "Oh shoot!" Oh.
Go get your lashes done, girl.
So right there, when she came in, it was a good example of what the welcoming.
Yes.
Oh, even though stuff was going on, you just take notes, guys. Take notes. You see, that was crazy. Okay, last thing right here is. Oh yes.
You know what I want to talk about real
Oh
quick?
yeah. What's up?
I want to talk about business owners giving back to employees or coworkers in a sense.
Thank you.
Right now, we're like really in like a time period where everybody wants to be a boss. Everybody wants to own their own space, salon, blah, blah. And they just think like, oh, I'm going to make money off rent, da, 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 da. And it's like, do you think about like the people who rent from you and what they would like and what would make them happy and what would just bring y'all together and stuff like that? We try to do like events here and there. Like we just did bowling. We bowled together with all of our kids, and we were on edge. It was a lot of kids. We said next time we ain't bringing the kids. But we've done Top Golf. We've done photo shoots. We've done like all this stuff. And the reason why I do those things is because I think, okay, like when I was renting from somebody, they just gave me a space. But what can I give them that is better than just the basicness, right? And so, like the trips, the vacations. We did, last year was the first time we did a trip together to Puerto Rico, and I paid for the space and they just paid for their ticket out. And that was really fun. This year we're going to go to Cancun, and it honestly gives women a break that nobody else is going to give them. A lot of these girls are moms, and if they do go on a trip, they're going to be going on a trip with their kids and their husband, and they're going to still be sitting there taking care of them and this, that, and the next. And it's like, when we do this is actually the one time that these women get to just be them. And they haven't gotten to feel like that since like 18. if even. Some women here have been moms since younger than that.
That's really amazing. So let me dive deeper into that then. So what makes a good leader?
Somebody who helps everybody get to the next level. Someone who helps, someone who just doesn't take advantage, somebody who's here for everybody, and somebody who learns from their mistakes. I've learned from a lot of my mistakes. And so, I don't know, I just think that's a good leader. Somebody who cares about everybody individually.
That's really good. My father was like freezing up 'cause I'm like, you got me thinking too. I'm like, okay, that's really good. Okay, and okay, we talked about being a good leader. So last thing before we wrap this one, 3 more questions, we're done. So let's talk a little bit about social media marketing. Your team members wanted to know, so how are you marketing on your social media platforms, and how can we gain more followers or more clients per se?
Damn, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird question because I just have so much going on social media. Like my Instagram is just so far away from DFW Girl. Like my Facebook and Instagram are opposites. Opposite.
Really?
Yeah, like my following on Instagram is like, unfortunately, more men.
Oh, really?
And then like my Facebook following is girls and business owners and like everything that I want it to be. But maybe it's because I be doing a lot of like thoughty shit on my Instagram. So you get back what you give, right? But I would say as far as like on Facebook, to post constantly, go live, have clean photos. You need to be a damn photographer out here, top notch. You need to learn, you need to play, you need to watch videos on photography and everything else. So if those photos ain't on point, also getting like weird photos. And when I say weird, it's like in the process photos. I've seen a lot of people who are like painters and stuff like that. Getting a picture of them painting is different than just a painted wall. You can find a picture of a painted wall anywhere. When you see Dee sitting there painting a wall, you might be like, oh, good for her. She's like, working and making money and stuff. So more people will support, maybe more people will share. Versus just a plain photo of a wall that's painted beautifully. It might be top-notch work, but there's nothing to really draw you in. Make them think.
To make them think.
That's like reels. Like if you put something weird at the beginning, people be like, "What the hell?"
Those first 3 seconds.
Then they gonna watch the whole damn video trying to figure out what the hell happened at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So it's like
it's all a game. It's all a game these days.
So you're saying pretty much it's more like having a hook, something to draw people in, capture their attention, and then at the end having a call to action, telling them what to do and how to book your services, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm horrible with the call to action. I'll be like, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They want to reach me. They want to talk to me. They want to get in my chair. They going to figure it out. I mean, who don't know these days, if you like what you saw in this video, message me.
Right.
Like, I don't know anybody. And if they can't figure that out, I don't want them as a client.
Look, hey, you got to figure, you got to want it. Last 2 questions here. We brought it up earlier in the beginning of the conversation. What do you want people to know about Flo? Like, who is Flo? What do you want them to know?
Flo is a creator. Flo is not just one thing. Flo is in everything. And Flo this week might be more of a salon owner. Flo next week might be more of a Instagram influencer. Flo is a lot of things, and Flo is whatever Flo wants to be. So if I haven't like messaged you back or something, it's not necessarily that I don't care or something. It's just like I'm really just trying to live life and be more present. Because if I was to sit here and pay attention to everything, all the messages I get and everything, I could never really live my life. I get messages up to 3 o'clock. I've had people get my number and call me at 3 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
In the middle of the night. Like, people do not care, and I can get stretched really thin over everybody. And I just think there's so many people, like I hear that they think I don't like them or something. I could not like you for 2 seconds, and then in a month, I just will not care and be like, if I see you, I'll be like, hey, what's up? Like, I don't know. I'm just
That's
not a
crazy.
person like that. I can't hold a grudge forever. If maybe, and then I'm also like really compassionate, so I'll be like, maybe she was going through a hard time. Maybe she was rude to me because we don't know what's going on in her home life. You know, working here, I've learned that so many women are going through domestic violence situations. First off, so many women are struggling. Single moms, like literally women are going through so much behind closed doors, and they just wake up every day and beautify themselves and go out into the world looking like they don't have any problems, but shit, they've been going through it. I've had girls who worked here who said my baby daddy won't let me back out of my driveway
What?
and I can't come to work today, crying like
That is wild.
because now they missed out on work.
I'm over trying to see if I want to go deeper into that right there.
We could go into it because it's something that we need to talk about.
Okay, so you have to address. You have to take that part over because I don't know how to ask that question.
What? Domestic violence?
Yeah, because you brought up, and it's still kind of tying into it, how some women, you said they're the boyfriend's husband. Whatever the case that looks like, won't let them come to work. So, what do you think is there a solution to that? Like, what can
Making
what can they do?
women stronger, making women make their own money so that they can leave those situations easily. After that situation, that girl had to stay with that guy because she had 4 kids with him. Where's she gonna go? She don't have no money. She only got the money she makes daily here, but he's slowing that down. So if we could just get these women independent and making their own money, then whenever somebody puts their hands on you, you could just be like, I can go get a hotel room tonight and think about where to get an apartment tomorrow. Money is everything to help these women.
So, I'm trying to see. I gotta be careful. Because
women don't want to go to a domestic violence shelter. Like,
Right.
they don't. That's embarrassing. I have my kids in a domestic violence shelter. Awkward people are looking at us. I'm looking at them. Like, it's a lot. So, like, if we could just get them with money in their pocket, stacked back, saving money, that is the key.
So you said you had your kids in a domestic violence shelter before?
No, not me.
Oh, I was like, wait a second,
Yeah.
bro. I'm about to go in there. I was
No,
like, wait a
we're
second.
gonna fight. We're gonna fight it out.
Interesting. So you saying
I'm gonna hit you back.
independency will help women get out of these circumstances, and is it? Would you say is a lot of emotional attachment, or is it just more of
Most of
financial?
it's half and half financial, half emotional. Because a lot of these girls are like, man, I hate him. But then again, they say that and then they might go back. Women gotta find it on their own. They're on their own path. But hopefully, if we give them if they make enough money, man, that gives them confidence. That gives them like, man, what the fuck am I doing messing with this boy?
Balls, babe.
And then they look cute. They get their hair done. They get their nails done. They're out here. Like, them feeling good gives them that chance to just get out there. I hate to say it, but once a girl starts getting attention from more men, and then they're seeing like, my man treats me like shit, and these men are nice to me, maybe the math ain't mathin'.
Oh man.
I'm sitting here dedicating my life to somebody who treats me like shit,
Right.
but a dude off the block is gonna treat me nice. Not to say that he's always gonna treat you nice, but I'm just saying.
That's like an example.
There's
It's an
better
example.
things out there,
And pretty much what you're saying is that's knowing your value, knowing your worth
Yep.
as a woman. And so, okay, I see what you're saying. Last thing I'm about to ask you. Oh, you about to say something?
No.
What were you about to say?
Nothing.
You were about to say something.
I wasn't. I was just like, damn.
Are you happy? So pretty much when I ask this question right here, it's a general term. It doesn't mean just strict work. It's a generic term wherever your mind takes you.
Yeah.
Is Flo happy? Are you happy?
Oh, yeah. I'm happy but not satisfied.
What you mean?
There's so much more that I want to do, but I'm happy. I'm happy I get to work with women I love, women who are awesome, talented. I'm blessed. I feel like I'm the most blessed woman in Dallas. And I say that because I'm happy to go to work. I'm happy to be around everybody who's here. There's not one person who I'm up here that like, damn, can she hurry up and leave?
Right.
No, everybody who comes in here, I'm like stoked to see. I have a unique place. I have my own business. Like, what else could you really want? I mean, filthy rich would be nice, but and so I mean, I'm happy. I live in a very comfortable life. I get to lately. I think about the things that I really want to achieve. I'm really close to owning a home pretty soon here. That's something that makes me. That's the happiest thing. And then I want to just learn how to. This is gonna be real awkward, but I want to learn how to grow my own food and stuff eventually, and just become just like more healthy all around. So like I'm starting to think about like old people shit, you know, like I don't know, like things that when you were little you were like, what's so great about growing your own vegetables? But now I'm like, I want to grow my own vegetables and know where I'm getting my food from, and just weird stuff like that.
I think that's good.
Happy. I'm old people happy.
No, that's really dope. And going based off of that, one of your teammates did also ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yeah.
In 5 years, I want to be moved out of this space into a larger space because all my girls are growing and all of them need more space. They all need I need a mansion to fit these girls and their dreams inside. And then I want to open up a different business. I want to open up something different.
You ain't gotta go. You ain't gotta go.
Yeah.
Yet.
We'll leave it there.
Well, I mean, thank you so much, Flo. Like that's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's it.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, we're good. That was good. Yeah. Thank you.